Hello Capricorn, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. Cappies, how are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. I've got a couple of oracle decks we're going to use this week. We're going to find out what's going on by throwing oracles. We're going to throw some tarot at it, find out what's coming up for you in the week ahead. Whenever you find this reading, Capricorn, you know it's always going to be for the week ahead. If you are here real time, please know the week ahead does include a full moon. It is a full moon in Taurus, so it may you may go to the internet to find out how it's going to affect you as a Capricorn, but you may have a Taurus placement. You may have a Gemini, a Virgo, a Sagittarius, or a Pisces placement. And that is all the mutable signs who are also going to be affected by this full moon. So this full moon is exalted in Taurus. And what does that mean? Well, Jimmy at the Tarot Ship has taught me that it means that it is amplified in that position because it likes to be there. It's comfortable in that area of Taurus, and it's going to be much stronger. So exaltation happens when a planet is in a place of awareness. And so this particular full moon for next week, at the end of next week, on the 15th or the 16th, depending on what part of the world you're in, is promoting emotional stability, right? The moon is emotional. Stability is in Taurus's energy. So emotional stability, nurturing sensitivity, and your intuition. You'll be more intuitive than ever. And maybe some enhanced imagination. Let's find out what's going on for you, Capricorn, as we approach the full moon. All right, so we have approve. Okay. Tell me about approve. What else do we have here for Capricorn, please? All right, we have intuition and we have ego. Ooh, very interesting. I love the koi fish. I love the koi. They're quite dreamy. We do have strength at the end of the week here. Let's find out what else is going on for you, Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn, please. Tell me about approve. Tell me about approve for Capricorn. We have lovers. Interesting. It says a passionate connection, shared vision, and values. So it feels like the universe is giving you the go-ahead, possibly, on some sort of a connection. Tell me about intuition. We'll get the tarot out and we'll clarify it, find out exactly what's going on there. Tell me about intuition for Capricorn. We have stress. So cleanse and detoxify from unnecessary commitments. Use your intuition. Look, if you're putting it all out there all the time, you're hitting it hard 100% all the time, you're going to get exhausted. And Capricorn, you are the Empress in training. You are the person who is the overgiver. You're constantly helping this one, helping that one, cleaning their eaves, watching their children, taking care of them, making food for the sick. Like, you're the person who's doing it all the time. Whether you are feminine or masculine, you are the caretaker. And so it is the intuition, I feel. You're supposed to use your intuition to know which of those it's time to let go of. I feel like in the middle of the week, you're feeling a tiny bit exhausted, and maybe your intuitive energy is like, you know what, maybe I'm hitting it too hard. Maybe I'm just doing too much for too many people. Why do we have ego here, please? Why is ego here? I feel like your overall energy for the week is like you need to be strong, because I feel like you're going to be making some decisions here. We have strength, very interesting because strength is here as well. It says determination, perseverance, and self-discovery. So it feels like somebody is going to be realizing that maybe in some situations that you've been in your ego. Look, I really think that the ego is necessary when we are unaware. When we really don't know who we are, we tend to live from ego because it pushes us forward, right? It makes us fearless. It helps us push ourselves forward. But I feel like your ego is going to be replaced with energy of strength. We're very strong in the strength, right? You can see how this boat is being thrown around here. I want to say that that it feels like an emotional sort of energy here. We do have empathy as well. So be prepared for emotional strength, I feel, and the empathy that you're going to be feeling in the week ahead here. We do have denial. It says failure to accept a situation, unhealthy cycles or addictions. I feel like you need to stop allowing people to throw you to and fro. Do you know what I mean? This little boat is being thrown around in the waves here, and I feel it's because you're a very deep sort of emotional person that gets tossed about. Like, I feel like it's almost like in the middle of the week, your intuition is saying, look, you need to stop stressing. You need to cleanse and detoxify from unnecessary commitments. I'm not telling you to stop watching your children. I'm telling you that, maybe you just don't need to go to the extra tea, right? Maybe you don't need to go to the extra party. Maybe it's time to just spend a little bit time at home by yourself in the middle of the week. Let's find out what Tarot has to say about all of this, Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn, please. I feel like the universe is giving a go-ahead on some sort of a person that you've been thinking about. Think about that person as I throw these cards, and we'll see what they say. But I feel like the universe is approving of somebody that you've just met. For some of you, if you're in a connection that you're trying to strengthen, because we have strength here, that it says here, a passionate connection, shared visions and values. So I feel like it's the universe is giving you the go-ahead to renew the vows, renew the strength, renew the energy, or possibly for some of you, this could be someone new if you're not in a relationship, right? It feels like the universe is giving the go-ahead. Yeah. This is beautiful. It's the Queen of Cups energy. So I feel like the universe says, go ahead, love. Go ahead. It's safe for you to love. Like, it's safe for you to show your emotions. It's safe for you to be authentic. That's who the Queen is, right? This is Cancer energy. It's safe for you to show your emotions and to be compassionate and kind. And I feel like the universe is saying, I approve of this person. Your person that you maybe just met could be someone who is showing those things. Like, even if they're a Leo or an Aquarius or a Taurus, whoever they are, they might be someone who you can see this water energy in. Or you could be somebody who does have this Cancer energy, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, possibly for you in one of your other placements, possibly. And if it is, Pisces energy, if it is Pisces energy for you that we're looking at, then you will be affected a lot by this moon, this full moon that's coming up on the weekend, right? All right. Tell me about intuition. We have the Five of Wands. Yeah. You know what, Capricorn, I'm the Taurus, you're the Capricorn. Let's get it straight. I feel like this Five of Wands is telling me that you've been holding back from saying no. Look, it's November. It's time to say no to some things. I feel like you have to say no to some things. Your intuition is telling you that there's probably other people that can take care of it. It's time for you to step back just a little bit. Tell me about this ego and the strength here. We have the Ten of Swords. I feel like somebody's having an ego death. It does feel like that. The strength energy is Leo. And Leo is, I'm thinking of the Six of Wands as I see it in my head. Charlie's showing it to me right now. But strength is Leo. And I feel for some of you that Leo is, sort of connected to ego, right? Because of the sun, because of the strength card. And I feel like somebody here is about to have an ego death at the end of the week. And I feel like it's because of the full moon. Because this full moon, something is coming full circle and it's time to release something here. And I think what you're releasing is the ego. All right, tell me about the Queen, please. Tell me about the Queen of Cups. This lover, I think the universe approves here. Tell me about this. We've got the Three of Pentacles. This might be somebody that you just met. Like, it does feel new for some of you. If you are already in a relationship, this could be your companion. This could be your partner, your husband or your wife. Take it as it resonates. And if it is you that is in a relationship, I feel like you're being told to renew the vows, renew the love, that the universe is saying, I approve of the lover. So go ahead and amplify it, right? That's what this full moon being exalted in Taurus is. It's about amplifying the emotional stability. So it feels like the emotional stability is really apparent here. I want to say for those of you who just met somebody that it feels like you haven't really spent a whole lot of time with them, but it feels like a solid start, I want to say. So this, I feel like the universe approves in the lover that you just met, I want to say. So the Three of Pentacles is telling me that we've sort of come to a place where we realize that, yeah, we get along really great, and I like to be part of your community, and you maybe want to be part of my community. That it feels like this person is somebody who really you feel like they have your back, but it feels like you're building from here. You're building a friendship, and it's sweet. We've got bees here with honey, right? It feels like it's a really sweet connection, but this is Cancer energy, and Cancer is really sweet. We do have the Seven of Wands, and we do have the Ace of Pentacles. I really believe that the universe is giving you the go-ahead, that it's time to stand up for yourself and ask for the investment. Is this the place where we start? It feels like this is being given to you as a blessing, that this person, I feel like you're supposed to get to know them a little better, dig a little deeper. This person, I feel, is going to give you ultimately some stability, but I feel like they're going to be willing to invest in you as much as you're willing to invest in them. And right now, I feel like if you just met this person, if they're brand new in your life within maybe the last 30 days, that this person's willing to invest in you as much as friendship. Let's get together with a network of people. I feel like you're still like maybe going out in groups of people, not necessarily dating one-on-one. It feels like that you're kind of looking at the situation of, you know what, I better stand up, stand my ground. I better stand up and say, is this the beginning of something? Maybe we need to acknowledge that there are feelings here. Tell me about intuition, stress, and the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is definitely a little bit of stress. It's a little bit of lack. It's about indecision, feeling, I feel as though you're the person who's always in service. You're the overgiver. You take care of everyone and dote on everyone, right? If you're masculine, it comes out a little bit different. You're the protector. You're the one who is making sure that everyone around you is good, that's in your community. And so I feel like you need to take a little bit of a step back here. It feels like you've been wanting to do that. Your intuition is telling you to do that, but it's stressing you out at the thought of it. We've got the Three of Cups. We've got the Four of Pentacles, and we have the Page of Swords. I feel like this is a lesson you're supposed to learn. You can't be all things to all people all the time and still have energy left for yourself. So I feel like this indecision that you're feeling, or wanting to hold back from maybe doting and helping, maybe you're beating yourself up over it with the Five of Wands. To me, that's sort of like the internal turmoil that we have. But I feel like it's time for you to go out and do something for you. We do have the Three of Cups. I feel like you're part of a tight-knit group. You're part of, you're on call, like you have friends that you're really loyal to. You're very loyal, Capricorn. And it feels like that it's time for you to be a little bit selfish, I'm going to say, in the middle of the week. I'm not saying forever. I'm saying in the middle of the week, it's time to be a little bit selfish with your time, with your energy, with your communication. I feel like this is something that you're learning because the Page of Swords is here. That this is a lesson that I feel that your intuition is trying to teach you, is that it's time for you to hold back a little bit. That's the lesson that you're learning, because I feel like you really do belong to a really good, strong network of people, but I feel like you're giving too much of yourself right now, and it's causing stress. So please listen to your intuition midweek. Tell me what's coming up at the end of the week. Look, I feel like there is an ego death. Somebody here is going through an ego death. And if you don't know what that means, please go look it up. Please research it. But essentially what it is that you're no longer in the energy of being offended when somebody says something that you don't like. It's like, you're like, okay, well, that's fine. Yeah. 4 and 4 is 24. Fine. Sure. Yeah, that's okay. Like, that's sort of what the ego death is, right? You let people think what they're going to think. And it feels like what caused the ego was maybe a denial, like a failure to accept a situation. And maybe you've been in this unhealthy cycle. And this unhealthy cycle is, sword fighting, is what I like to call it, right? Because swords are all about communication and connection. And so maybe you've been doing a lot of sword fighting, right? Because we have to go from the ace all the way to the 10 and before we can release it. So I feel like you're releasing the ego. It's what it feels like. It takes a strong person to have an ego death and carry on with it. But I feel like you've been in this unhealthy cycle of arguing or fighting back, or you know what I mean? Always giving your 2 cents. And I feel like you're just going to leave it now. You're just going to let it go. Tell me about the Ten of Swords. And this also is the release, right? This is the end of the week. So this is the release of the full moon. We have Temperance. Gosh, you know what? The ego death, I'm telling you, when you go through an ego death, it is a place where you have some sort of a realization that I can be far more stable if I just let things happen as they will. If I stop trying to force things, force friendships, force conversations, make people talk to me, make people be honest and truthful with me. It feels like with this Temperance card, it's like everything is just going to be good. It's going to be balanced. It feels like you are now going to have far more patience. When you lose the ego, you're patient because you have no more expectations. You don't expect people to do things for you or to answer a certain way. It's like you're able to relax. And I feel like that's what Temperance is telling me. And it's bringing you this balance, solid security, sort of, you know what, I'm just going to be happy, be by myself, be in my abundance. And, let people be who they're going to be. We do have the Knight of Cups. This particular Knight of Cups I always see as loving the self. Somebody here is like, I need to love the self more. And really an ego death comes from that. It comes from you realizing that you've been stressed out and it's time to stop worrying about what everyone else is doing. Let them be who they're going to be. So I feel like somebody here is going through some sort of an ego death. You are releasing something under the full moon here. Just want to know what that is. Tell me what this release is, please. Besides the ego, what is this release? I feel like at the end of the week, you're feeling super strong. We got strength here twice, right? And I feel like this release is the denial that you had. We have the Death card. I like it. Transformation, release, and transformation, transmuting of energy. We've got the King of Cups. And we have the Sun. Really beautiful energy. Look, the sun is here and everything grows under the sun, including you. So I feel like that's what this week is about. It's about you learning lessons, learning to hold back, not helping everybody out of every situation, allowing someone else in your group to do it. The sun is here telling me that you're growing, that you are in this growth period of, the sun is Leo energy. And I was talking about ego, right? It feels like you're growing out of that. It feels like you are growing professionally, personally, spiritually. You've realized that you are the King of Cups, that there is a real depth to you. And that silence is an answer. The King of Cups is somebody, yes, who is emotionally available, emotionally aware, all of that stuff, but is also very solid, very sturdy, right? Someone who knows the self. And I feel like the sun is shining on that at the end of your week as you release the ego and you realize, you know what? The spotlight's got to be on me. I have to make sure that I'm emotionally stable. Am I in the place that I want to be? We do have transformation here. It feels like that through the week you might be experiencing a lot of emotional stuff, and I feel like at the end of the week is the purge because the Death card is here. It feels like the sunlight is on the purge. I'm going to feel much better, much stronger when I just let go of this. And it's because you have love for the self, and there you are, Capricorn, right? It feels like you do have love for the self here. And it feels like it's finally bringing you into balance, really what is Temperance is. In this moment when it should have happened, not before now, not after now, it's like you're taking everything, all of this pain of letting go, releasing. I feel like you're the alchemist. You're taking all the pain and you're alchemizing it into something really beautiful, that the sun is here, the growth emotionally, and you're leaving behind anything that you don't need, including the ego. I think that's really beautiful. We do have the Tower here, the Tower and the sun, right? When the Tower and the sun, it's like the sun is shining on the Tower. You now see everything that you don't need. It's a total, complete purge. The Tower and the sun for me is a major awakening. And when you do have an ego death, more often than not, you have a major awakening. And that's what it feels like. You're now being honest with yourself. Maybe I was in my ego when I said that before. When somebody said to me, the thing you do for a living kind of sucks, and maybe you were harsh with your words. That's the ego. But now you're just going to say, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. It may not be for you, but it's for me. I feel like you're just sort of letting things go. That instead of being heartbroken, we're now in healing, right? We've got 3 swords and 1 in the hand of the Queen. Now we are healing from Tower energy. But I feel like this is sort of an awakening here that somebody's going through, that I'm stronger than I thought I was. And I feel like somebody's realizing that they had a failure to be able to accept a situation as it was. I feel like you're accepting situations for what they are. Yeah, going into the weekend. All right. I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I'm going to go, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys, and I'm out. Bye-bye.